Oh, we got some people coming. I wonder if it's the headline that it's attracting people. I just couldn't resist, but it's really true. Yeah, and that's what I want to talk about. Denisha, hi. Hi there. Have we talked before, Denisha? I don't know if it rains or freezes. Let's go. And we, Osma, how are you? 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 That's like Hawaiian. How are you? Oh boy, we got. Hi, Adam. Wow, Denisha again. I'm doing a webinar on grants tomorrow. Really? Where are you doing it with? Who are you doing it with, Denisha? No, we haven't, but it's truly my pleasure. Well, no, where's the webinar? I mean, are you paying for it or not paying for it? Is it for, are you a nonprofit or not? No, we haven't, but it's been truly my pleasure. Well, thank you. Denisha, the webinar you're going for, can you tell me a little bit more about it? I'm very curious. Or later, if you want to email me, I'd love to know about it. Let's go free radio@gmail.com. Okay. Yeah, I love to know because I don't know what other people are doing. Tell you the truth, I get so self-centered. I'm a self-centered bastard. Denisha, webinar ninja. I am a host, and I am a government contracts attorney, and I write grants for local municipalities. Okay, so that's for a nonprofit municipality. Then they're legitimate grants. Yeah. The grants I'm talking about are really not even grants in your sense of the word. And because they're for individuals, and what individuals need are different sources of money. Everyone calls them grants because they're free. What a little man. What a little man. What do you mean a little man? I'm 6 feet tall. I don't know. Doesn't sound little to me. I'm little next to my son who's 6'4". So I really feel small there. But I don't know what a little man. Why did you say little man? You know something about me that you shouldn't, I guess. Well, that's nice, Denisha, if I can help you with that. Because what I do is show people about the other programs. I mean, people just need financial assistance is really what it is. And people, I use grants like everybody else does because it's in everybody's mind that they want free money they don't have to pay back. Fair enough. Yeah. Title buddy. What do you mean title buddy? Title buddy. Not sure what that means either, Adam. I guess I'm out of the joke. And so they just need help, you know, and a lot of the stuff isn't even called grants. Actually, the grants that for municipalities, that's about, in nonprofits, that's about 20% of the free money that the government gives out. So the other money that gives out, whether it's training money or help with financial problems and things like that, is not even called grants. But people think of it as grants because it's free money. Fresh out of jail, any free money, ? Guy? Yes. And actually, you know, it's funny. I've interviewed people who ex-offenders who use crowdfunding. See, there's a lot of things now you don't have to even put your background, like crowdfunding. They're not going to. People send you money on your idea, not on your background. That's for traditional jobs. So these non-traditional jobs, I think, are very important for people, you know, that are ex-offenders and things like that, because there's not the same kind of procedure and background. Hello, glad you're here. So am I. I don't know how much longer I'll be here, but I'm hoping about 20 years. Or Pat, hello, glad to be here. Good. Need startup money for a business. Eric, yeah, I understand. And most people starting businesses do. And what we'll talk about this a little later, but it is, you have to have your mind set differently. Number one, you don't ask for money, you just need help starting your business. Start with that as a question, because you go ask for money, then you get into you'll miss out on too much by just saying, what else we have? Need to start up money. Okay. Where do you live, Eric? What city, state, anything? CJ, how are you, brother? How are you? Well, you've been active, CJ. I hope I've been helping you enough. Gabe is in the house. Wow. Oh, great, Eric. What kind of business is it? What kind of business you're thinking about, Eric? Because it all depends. I think there's so many ways that you could do it with money, without money, or whatever. And the important thing is that you do your business. Doesn't matter how you do it, it's that you do it. Home health care. Ooh, yes, okay. Lots of ways to do that, I think. But thinking I'm a biased or whatever. I think our problem is, well, okay, what? Oh, 2 more minutes. Let me tell you about some other things I ran. I don't know if you saw my latest videos. I did one on one of the members of Let's Go Help gave me a source to a grant for veterans to fix up their home, and it's like $6,500 grant, and that's a veteran grant. I didn't know about it. It's not in my listing and things like that. Help people. So that's what's so great I like about Let's Go Help is that people are helping me. So Let's Go gets help. That's what need money in Florida. Sandra. Oh, sorry, Sandra. Can certainly help you. So I mean that's what's neat. So now when you ask for a question on help on Let's Go Help, I dig in my stuff, what I know. I do some research. I give you a whole bunch of sources that are maybes. So don't forget, everything is a maybe. In Harrisburg, Melvin, need to start up money for a nonprofit helping ex-offenders. Ooh, where's the ex-offender? Hey, Thomas, fresh out of jail. Yeah, get together with Melvin. He helps people like you, right? Yes. You have to be creative too, particularly nonprofits or for anything. It's your creativity is the only thing that stops you from doing it. Because if you run into roadblocks, then you have to get creative, man. You just don't go home and get another shitty job you hate. You got to be creative, and that's the important thing. So that's why on Let's Go Help, I'm getting creative from the people who have joined. People that give me money, and then they're answering their problems for other people. That's great, and I'm stealing their information like I do for TP Fashions. Thanks for teaching us the right questions to ask, and the reality of getting free money. Frustration decreases when I know that I really need to go to get started. Yes, and that's what I'm trying to do, and that's what the title of this thing is about: sex and government grants. I really think it's a lot. Oh, let me finish the 2 other items I have here about how people on Let's Go Help are helping me help the people who ask me questions. Because I inundate you. I give you enough questions and answers and sources and whatever. And don't forget, nothing is guaranteed. I can't guarantee these people give you money. I just guarantee that these are sources of money that do this kind of stuff. And they have to give out money. Whether you get it or not is between you and them. I could hook you up with maybe a date, like my cousin wants to go out, but I don't know if she's going to go out with you. I work for a nonprofit raising nearly $10 million for other organizations. Now I need money. Yes, Thomas. Which one are you forgot? Yeah. Okay. Okay. If you remember Let's Go Help, I got the 10 best sources for any member, any nonprofit to start money, and that I'll send you. Just go to Let's Go Help if you remember, and then if you're not a member, then look through the old, on YouTube. I have like 3,000 videos there. You can maybe sort my stuff on. Oh, Francis Keys. Oh, you are. Oh, thank you, Francis. Okay, so the other thing that I did today was. God, what was that? I did 3 videos I put up today on the Let's Go Help and on YouTube. And now, how do I forget? Boy, I get to be old fart and I forget everything. That's the other thing. There was a guy in the elevator I met. I live in an apartment building now, and we have 2 apartments in this apartment building. It's really fun. This is our, we call it the cloud building. So it's up on the top floor. And that's what we call the cloud. And the other one we call the nest. It's really nice because it has a veranda that overlooks the city and stuff like that. We really like that. So we have 2, but these are small little apartments. What's so nice is how to stay married. You have 2 different apartments. I mean, we're pretty tight. There's the sign. Her name is Smiley. Can you read that? And let's see. Let me look. Okay, so I'm the one that the people help me with the veterans grant. Okay, and that's money through. Oh, also, I found out what people are doing now to get rid of their student loans is working overseas. If you get a job overseas, they can't garnish your money. And eventually you have to come home and straighten it out. But people are doing that because we have so much debt. And another thing what's going to happen about that, we're going to do something. I mean, like people are running for president trying to say they're going to wipe out Elizabeth Warren wants to get rid of all the debt by taxing the billionaires. Actually, they're a billionaire because of the country. I'm a retired Army officer. I'm a retired Navy officer. Danisha, good. I need money for the vets. Yes, okay, the vets. Oh, that other video did today, and that's what I also put in the video. Look at that other video because it's in my list. If you're on YouTube, it's in my list, and the same thing on Let's Go Help. So I did them today, and there's one that shows you the best place for any vet to get help. Besides me, it is, even before you go to me, go to your county veteran service office. County veteran service office. Go Navy, yes. 3 years, 2 months, 9 days. I was a ship driver with celestial navigation. That's how old I am. Celestial navigation. We didn't have GPS, Loran. We had some Loran around. It depended on what country you're in. But it is, where was I? Boy, the student loans, and also, that Elizabeth Warren is trying to, get rid of it. We have so much student loans. It's bigger than credit card debt, bigger than any other debt. And it's just stupid. No other country in the world has that. And here's another thing I just saw in the paper today is that, where'd it go? Oh yeah, graduate students. People are going to graduate school to do degrees like social work, and winding up $100,000 in debt just by 2 years of social work training. Man, that's terrible. $100,000. You're never going to get rid of that stuff. You owe $75,000. See what you can do. You can go to Europe. Particularly graduate work. You can do this for undergraduate work too. Like I have an interview, look at my YouTube videos there, of a woman who wanted to do social work and international development social work. So she went to Kenya and did it. $5,000. That's all it cost her. $5,000. If she was going to go to California, like the one in this paper there, $100,000. No, she went $5,000. So that's a lot of airfare. That you would have to pay, to make up that difference. And that's the same for undergraduate work. Anybody, and they speak all English, and particularly in Europe, all the higher education is English. You could be an American citizen, go to Germany and go to college for free. That's right. France will cost you $1,000, I think, at the Sorbonne. Best universities in the world you could go to for a couple $1,000. It's crazy what we're doing here. It's just out of nuts. Okay, Ian Jones with the $79,000 worth of debt. Okay, if you remember, I'll show you my 2019 debt, get out of debt free book. But basically, make sure you know your options. That's what you got to know. And the most of the time, where do I find these financial consultants who give grants out? I'm not sure. I said so many things, Johnson, that I'm not positive, but it's probably local programs. I mean, a lot of the things I do, I find a program, that locally, hey, here's this nonprofit that gives $3,000 to people who are in trouble. And actually, they're probably IDA, individual development accounts, but it's different everywhere. I show you a sample, and then you got to dig for to show you these are the kinds of things that are out there. You have to go and work on what's out there where you are, and that's the digging, that's the work, that's everything. I'm a member. Can you send me the debt info? Yes, Jenny, absolutely. Anybody who's a member. I mean, I send you a list of here's a 50 sources or whatever. Just for credit card debt, for student loan debt, for mortgage debt, IRS debt even, and it just, I want everybody to have this. I want to shovel out as much as it doesn't do me any good, and I hopefully got it just because I know a phone number, I know a source that it helps somebody. Okay, let me go into the subject of the day. It's really about sex and government grants. Now, it's not getting a grant to have sex, but it's a complicated system. I mean, and the problem is, I've been studying it for 40 or 50 years or something like that. And most of you, if you've been a couple of years, couple of months, couple of days, couple of hours in it, it's just so different. And I think the best way to do this is just not ask for a grant. Just when you're looking for help, just say, I have a problem, not I need money. To me, when you go out looking for a grant, that means you're greedy. You just want something free, okay? And that means, people don't like to work with greedy people. I mean, there's just an instinct. So that's why it's like sex. If you're going out, asking somebody for a date, I want to have sex. You want to go out? I want to have sex. You want to go out? Yeah. No honest person is going to, well, maybe honest is not the right word, but the people that you want a long relationship with are not going to say yes, right? They're probably not the people you want to hang out with, And that's what asking for a grant is like. You're going out, hey, I want to have sex tonight. You want to go out? Yeah, I want to have sex tonight. No, hey, you look interesting. Hey, I wonder what you do in life. I mean, you're interested in them, not interested in your hormones. You are, and that's a natural instinct, and that's like wanting a grant. Okay, we need money to do something, so we have that natural, oh God, if I just had this money, I could really solve all that problems. But the world out there isn't like that. Oh, where can I give money to that poor person? Oh, where can I? That's not out there. And that's why you're never going to find. So you're never going to make that match. And then plus you make a match, it's not going to be a long-term thing. You have something like starting a business. That's going to be the rest of your life, maybe. So you don't want somebody that's just going to throw money at you for a quick one-nighter and that's it. No, you want to be at this longer. And that's what happens, when you start looking for money like that you attract the wrong people, and the people that really help you. And also, see, what you have in mind, most of us, is what we think is right, what we think is. And the world is so much bigger than us and what's in our head. Man, I'm wrong. Not even, I know I have data to prove how stupid I am. I've written 100 books, okay? Only 10 made money. And this is something I think about 24 hours a day, and I'm only right 10% of the time. So and then the other thing is that the world is changing so much now. If you're over 30, over 40, over 50, man, it's a whole new ball game. Me, I'm over 70. I spent the last 10 years trying to figure out how to get on YouTube. It's everything I learned, 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago doesn't work anymore. And it's too hard to unlearn it. Okay, that's right. The younger people have a leg up on us because they haven't done anything yet. They're not married to something they think that works because they got nothing that works, right? So they're just looking ahead. But older people who have something, you helped to go to college for free 20 years ago. You helped go to college. Tracy, you mean I helped you go to college for free 20 years ago? Well, you could go again. You may have to get training again or whatever, or just start something again. I think with the education is really the skills. You don't know what skills you need. If you're going to work for an organization or anything, then you need those credentials, because that's how they keep score. Nobody wants to trust their heart. They want to trust somebody else saying that this is a good person or they know or something. So that's what these institutions that we pay a lot of money to and go into debt for, because the companies that we want to work for are afraid to trust themselves. So they, oh, you went to Harvard? Okay, well then you want. No, I know so many assholes that are from Harvard as they are from University of Scranton. The government will forgive your loans if you're disabled, and the direct signs off on the paperwork. It worked for me. Just some information. Great, Francis. No, that's what. There's a lot of options like that they will forgive. So that's why if you're not a member, if you're a member, I give you a book, that has all this stuff in it. If you're not, you can go to consumerfinance.gov, consumerfinance.gov, and Start looking for like forgiving student loans, or something like that. And they have all the stuff that, remember, when you're looking for help, and you're going to do anything on the internet looking for help, do not go to any website that is a .com or a .net. The only things you want to know, until you know the system pretty well, and you did a lot of research and you failed a lot already, and you know exactly what to get, then you could, take a risk with .coms. But until then, just stick with .govs, .orgs. That's all you want, because they'll do it all for free. Credit building or classes for it. Yes, you could get them free. Another place, a good list for that is your org or gov. That's right, Tracy. .org, not org dot. It's .org and .gov. Is that if you go HUD.gov, HUD.gov, and then and then you put counseling. See, you can get free expertise on anything. You find a group of nonprofits that are trying to solve problems and people getting homes or anything. Ask them, hey, like I was helping a club member. He had a very strange problem with his mortgage, and so I gave him a list of nonprofit organizations in California that works with people who have trouble with mortgage. Call every one of them. And also, I send you a video on how to make a phone call. We think all the information is on the internet. No, you have to get on the phone and get the real stuff. Otherwise you're going to miss everything. It's like dating. You're going to date somebody, or they're going to give you money. No, you want to get person to person on the phone, belly to belly or whatever. See, it's sort of like, the sex and the grand stuff. So that's why you don't want, hey, on the phone, hey, you want to have sex? And no, you don't. Hey, this problem. You mind if I come down and talk to you about, I'm trying to start this business or whatever, or I have some financial difficulties I'm looking for help for. I'm not sure what to do. Be stupid. People know you're stupid. People know I'm stupid. I know I'm stupid. So other people must know that. And it's easier to help you if you're stupid. Because if you pretend you're smart as hell and you know the answer to everybody, you're trying to pretend something you're not, that smells through the phone, that smells through everywhere. You don't want to do it. How about that silent partner? Who's the silent partner? Somebody else in my room here? Any way that works. I mean, that's right. You look, start searching for what is available and how you could use those tools. Don't say, I need this. You think you do, but you may not. There's too many ways to do things nowadays. And you have to be, open-minded about how you're going to solve that problem. That's why just start with your problem. Start with the problem. Like you want to start a business. You have financial problems where that's all you have to need. No, because there's so much stuff out there. If you say you just need this to fix it, you'll never find that maybe, and so you got to keep open-minded. Was unemployed for 2 weeks. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. Now, I don't know, make sure, Jim, who's unemployed for 2 weeks, you go to the county workforce development people. They're the people that have money and stuff like that. There's ways to extend your unemployment. There's about 3 or 4 different programs, depending on who, what, where you are. See, everything is different depending on where you live. A lot of our national programs, so they go to the state level, and they go to the local level, and stuff like that. But it's still, remember that, asking for sex, and that's asking for grant is like asking for sex, because the people that can really help you are there to help you start a business. Not so much help you get money. That's just a little piece of it. And that's what you want to know. You have other kinds of problems. Okay. Fell behind on bills a little. Well, yeah, okay. You want to straighten that out and make sure. Okay. You're in South Carolina. Call 211 Ask for nonprofits that will help with your financial situation. That's what you need. Have somebody who knows options and can think of things. We think we're all smart, yes, but we don't know our options. And that's the important thing. You have to get out there and learn your options, not just what your buddy told you. That may or may not be an option, and then you may have 100 more that you could use that you don't know about yet. And that's the important thing, is to find out. That's what research is all about. We think that Google is the godsend because they've got 1 billion websites or more on there, and it causes more problems than it solves. It's great if you know the name of the place you want to go, but you don't even know the name of it. You don't know how to ask the right questions. And that's why I have some new suits coming with hearts on them. Money for real estate in Kentucky to house veterans. Okay, lots of stuff in there. If you remember, Barquette, I'll show you. I have a two-part video training series on how to find all the government programs. So that's right. That two-part video series, I mean, this is like Donald Trump University they had for $30,000. For me, I've spent more government programs than he ever will. He probably spent more money with them, as his dad was using government programs. His first $1 million deal was with the government program. He used it his whole life. That works in New York City too. Yes, everywhere, Tracy. It's different. It takes work. It takes, you have to be ready to put in hours and learning and everything. You just can't say, well, I want to play in the Super Bowl on this Sunday. I'll do some exercises and get ready. No, life ain't that way, and that's why you just want to have sex. No, it works in New York City, yes. Now, if it's real estate, another thing, who's in real estate? Kentucky. Another good place to learn about, investing in real estate is free. All the seminars, don't take a seminar in real estate investing or whatever, unless you really know everything about it. And then you know what that you want to learn. But if you don't know anything, some people are going to get you and they'll get $300, $500, $3,000, $10,000 from you. And you don't want to do that. You start by going to meetups, real estate meetups. They're in everywhere. They're in Kentucky, they're in New York City or whatever. New York City, you could throw a stone, and probably hit 50 of these things, And these are people that meet for free, and they'll help you for free. They're people like you, but they're a year ahead of you, 2 years ahead of you, 3 years ahead of you in the game. And they're still trying to learn. So you go and pick their brains for free, and start learning the subject. That's what you need, input, not just what you read on the internet. No, go and talk to people actually doing this for a living, and not people selling you something. Like me, I'm selling you something. You can't trust me either. What is the limit on the amount you could start instead of it? There is no limit. Every program has a different limit, and there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of programs, and that's and then plus there's other ways, and I show you other ways how to use crowdfunding, how to use peer-to-peer loans. Real estate is now big in crowdfunding money. There's just too many ways. No, don't start working on your idea. Don't work on how much money, or those kinds of things, because you're not sure how much money you think you do, but you gotta know, you gotta spend time finding money sources. Okay, so there's two things you spend. You don't become an LLC. That's a waste of time. You don't have a business yet. Wait till you know exactly what the hell you're doing, and if you need an LLC. As maybe you find money sources that are only for nonprofits, and then you don't want to be an LLC. So you look for a money source. That's what you do. You don't ask for business plans. You don't ask for anything. You like, who gives money for these kinds of businesses, and what are the options you have? So you get that array of options. And then the other thing you have to know, who buys your stuff that you're selling, and how can you judge that market without spending money? Because that's what crowdfunding is good for. There's ways to do this by telling people, I'm going to make this next year. Will you buy it? And people doing it. So that way you get all the money up front before you make it, and you go home and make it. I graduated from a former 2 years, 24 units, from a state of California real estate studies, and won a state scholarship. Great. So Oliver said MP Oliver, he graduated from a former 2-year, 24 unit of the State of California Real Estate Studies. Not sure what all that means. But he won a state scholarship, I guess, to study real estate investment. Yeah, that's terrific. Yeah, and there's different levels of everything. If you're just a small guy trying to hustle or whatever, that's one thing. If you just want to do big billion-dollar deals, then join a country club. Former because program no more. Oh, I see it. Programs no more. I would like to buy a business instead of starting one. Yes, I mean, that's probably easier to do to get money for it. And now you got to find a business. So you look for businesses, and then what you do is you see all your economic development offices in every city, state, county, local economic development offices. They all have money for you to have businesses and start businesses, grow businesses. And if one's already running, then they'll be more likely to help something like that. Former because of program. I would like to buy a business. Ian, where's the business out of that you want to buy? So, okay, back to the, also on the sex and grants. See, I think, and this is, don't trust me because I'm an old guy, and I'm sure I didn't think this way at 35, but at 75, I certainly think different. And now I think with the world being so different and insecure and things like that, you want to, Maryland, good. EDD, help for franchise. Small Business Administration invests a lot in franchise business. They'll know how to get money from them. But you want to think long term, I think, because that way you're investing in something that you want to do. See, that's why I wear question mark suits now, because for the last, I guess, 15 years, 20 years, something like that, I've been wearing these. And it's really trying to show people answers are easy. You have to ask the right questions. Like asking for a grant is the wrong question, unfortunately. But now I believe more, maybe because it's my age, that not only is asking the right question, but having your heart in what you want to do is even more. Yes, SBA alone does a lot of franchises. I have a database of all the money they gave out the franchises and what are the worst franchises. It's bigdatalesco.com. And that's why having your heart in it. Everything you're going to do is so difficult. That's why I got some suits coming now with just hearts and not question marks. And actually, I'm thinking about a question mark with a heart instead of the dot on the bottom. Because if you don't have your heart in it, you're not going to work hard enough to do it. You want to give. I think that's the name of the game in life, is how much you could give. Like in a personal relationship, how much can you give another person? And I think that's how relationships grow. That's how you get satisfied. And that's why it is, asking just for a grant. It's like asking for sex, or, sex is just a result of trying to give each other so much, and that's what money is in a way. But if you're looking for just grab something from somebody, then that means you're just a taker and not a giver. So you want to see how much are you going to give in society with what you want to do. And then, hey, well, how could I finance this? Because this is what I want to give to the world. Not, hey, give me this because I want to make a lot of fucking money. And I mean, people do that, and I think our culture even rewards that at times, but it's just other people trying to make money off of you, and to me, there's a better way to live than that too, because we're here to really contribute to the world, contribute to other people's life, and that's the satisfaction. That's the satisfaction. It's not how much grant money you're getting, but how much you're giving. And that's why if you get money to be able to give what you want to give to society, that's what you need the money for. I can't wait to see your new suits. Yeah, neither can I. I'm waiting. They're coming from Vietnam. The guy sat on them for a week or so before he sent them out. You're big-hearted, Atlas. Thank you. I want to find a manufacturing company in my for my inventions. Well, that's it. Tracy, for your invention, call the Small Business Development Center locally. They help inventors for free. Do not go to an invention company. They're going to get $5, $10, $15, $20,000 from you. And the free ones will do the same stuff they do and probably better, because they're not in it just for your money. And it just, I think life is so much more rewarding if we don't have that first. Sometimes we have to make that first because we have to take care of ourselves and take care of our responsibilities and things like that. And that's why what I do is show people how to make extra money when you need extra money. And the gig economy is perfect for that. Like my son now is struggling on his idea, on his nonprofit, and he goes and drives in the gig economy, needs extra $100. He turns on his phone, gets in his car and drives meals around and makes $100 or so and keeps him going. Yeah, I can't wait to see it. And so that's why I have a new report that I'll send you that teaches you how to use the gig economy. It's and everybody who takes this course, which is free, I'll show you where the free course is, and that they make an average of $1,800 a month after they complete the course. And it's a short course. It's in hours, not years or days or something like that. Because it's a simple process, but learning it, because the gig economy has now eliminated the complexity that we had in so many things. So now, like getting an Uber, that's part of the gig economy on a platform, and they eliminated the complexity of a driver being in front. Now you look at an app, you see him driving around. He'll be here in 2 minutes, instead of calling the cab company, and the cab company say, "Yeah, I'll get somebody over there in 20 minutes," and the guy doesn't show for 40, and all that kind of stuff. Is Facebook's group still open? Yes. And here is to join at www.free.lesgo.com, and it's Let's Go Help. www.free.lesgo.com/Let's Go And it's $20 a month. That's why I want to be the $20 guy. People say, this kind of information I used to sell for tens of thousands of dollars, but fat cats will pay it, because they make millions out of it. Like Donald Trump, he uses all government programs. That's what he's all about. And that's what this whole town in Washington, D.C. is about. Fat cats getting more of the government. And the average person has no idea. And so my mission is to just make sure everyone knows about these things, no matter what income or you are. And I don't want to charge a lot of money. How many more suits can I get, But I want to be self-sustaining, so I do have to charge. Let's say I want to start a business shelter and a farm behind it, so that you can sleep there and grow veggies and have bakery. Oh, that's terrific. It's a lot of ways to do that, Linda. And that's when you just start thinking about it. You start looking at your area. I could send you a list on, I found like 100 and some programs just for people who want to do that. And for rural and agriculture, and I think that's a growth industry. Living like that, whatever. Actually, my son just bought 50 acres somewhere, like 2.5 hours from Washington, D.C. Checks in the mail. Thanks, Oliver. Wanted to do it for 20 years. Good, Linda. Yeah. Well, just start. Start anywhere. Go to your local county cooperative extension service. Just tell them that. They'll tell them you're full of shit or whatever, you can't do it, but that's okay. You listen. Well, then what's practical? What can I do? And they may or may not be wrong. Don't forget, everybody else may or may not be right. Same with you. You may or may not be right. So you take your idea, you go and see what other people are saying. What kind of glasses are these? Well, these are cheap glasses from Italy. And then I had somebody paint them. Like an Esty lady, and that's how they become cool. And then I buy a lot of them from China, which are really cheap. For $50 you get glasses. Need cash for writing software applications in Hawaii. I tried joining Facebook, but it was a failure. No, not on Facebook. You don't join on Facebook. You can't. You have to join, and then you ask to access. So you join at Let's Go, www.free.lesgo.com/Let's Go Help. You go there, you sign up, then you go to Facebook and you request access. then unfortunately, this is a pain in the butt. But then we have to check your, and this may take a half a day or so, check your subscription, and then we say, okay, then you're in, and then you start asking away. And this is like what I said. Ooh, Nissan. Need cash starting a trucking business in California. Bad credit. Maybe, maybe not. You never know. I can show you the sources. Start where would you start? Well, another thing, if you're in a trucking business, another way to do it is not borrow a truck, or find a job that you need a truck for, and then just rent it for the day that you need it. If you go on, depending on how big of a truck you have, I don't know what you need, but now there's you could rent other people's trucks, other people's cars. What Turo, Turo, is that the car rental place? That people just lend you their stuff. Like I was putting mine on the crowdfunding, not crowdfunding, on the platform, that people will use my car for $20 a day. It's just sitting there so I can get something out of it. So there's ways to do it like that. Pursue your dream, gal, trying to do good. Good. Thanks a lot. Okay, that's what I did wrong. Well, you're going to keep doing things wrong. Remember, we all do things wrong. Very few is right. The important thing is you keep doing things, right or wrong. Doesn't matter, because you don't know what's right or wrong anyway. And even what I say, maybe you're wrong. But see, if you don't keep doing things, then that's the way you learn what's right. You just keep doing a lot of goddamn things. And then you get lucky, and you look brilliant, but you're not. You just got lucky, and you tried enough. Rider truck run. Yes, but even not a rider truck, I don't know how big of a truck you need, but there are other people probably do it for a lot cheaper than Ryder, and on a platform somewhere, depending on where you live. So you want to do peer-to-peer truck rental. You don't want to rent it from a companies and businesses to do that. You want somebody whose truck's just sitting around. They don't need it Saturdays, but you do. So it doesn't matter. Try Pesky. They're the best. Okay. Yeah, they're all the pros that are at this. But I'm talking about your option may be non-pros. And now the platforms are starting to get up. Like you could rent this apartment here for a hell of a lot cheaper than a hotel room on Airbnb. And cost me nothing, and I just got extra money. Hi, Matthew. I'm in Chicago seeking funding from government, private, or crowdfunding for real estate investing. Where do I start? Well, here are the places to go. It is in Chicago. You go to Cook County. Start there. The Community Development Office in Cook County, there are a whole bunch of programs there, all kinds of. I mean, they were giving out even, I think, homes for $1 and everything. And even the different neighborhoods, it's different all over. I do a separate report for you. Give me Chicago, and for like $50, I'll show you every program. But here's where I do. Or actually, if you're a member, then I give you a video, and it shows you step by step who to contact in any city of the country. Because it's your city, it's your nonprofits, it's your county, it's your state, it's the federal, and as you're right, it's crowdfunding. Lots of real estate in crowdfunding. And that's also where to get partners, for real estate ventures is in crowdfunding. And it's less bureaucratic. It's more user friendly. There's all different kinds of sites and things like that. That's why one site or one place or one person doesn't mean everything's like that. But what I would do, Leslie, first I would start going to Meetups. Okay, if you go meetup.com and then put in Chicago and put real estate as the topic and find a meetup. Go to 3 or 4 of these meetups, different meetups, because they'll be all over the city, all different places, people doing things, and get a feel for what's going on there. Can you get business partners through crowdfunding? Yes. Yes, there's special crowdfunding sites that just do that. You put your idea there and look for partners. Actually, you could now even become a publicly held company. They just changed the rules to make it a lot easier. It costs about $10,000, but it used to cost $100, $200, $300,000 for you to become a public health company. But now they've changed the rules in the Obama administration, so it only costs $10,000. So you could sell stock today, yeah, if you want. But you still need some lawyer shit, things like that. But it's a heck of a lot less than. But on, Indiegogo, they have one of those, so to be public companies or smaller kind of public companies, and then there's a whole bunch of partner, investor kind of platforms for businesses. And those investor platforms, a lot of them are just for rich people. You have to make $250,000 or more to be able to invest through that. So that's why if you put your deal on there, then they're only to rich people. And that's who you want. People have money. Because actually they do that because they don't want people who can't afford to lose. I'm in Chicago seeking funding for crowd. Okay, gotcha. Got that one. Meetup in New York City. Lots of them, Tracy. You put in, meetup.com and put in real estate. Yeah, so you want to learn for free. You don't want to go to some course because that course is just trying to figure out how to get your money to get you in the course. What did I get myself into? Ooh, I'm not sure, Mackenzie. Maybe you should go to another channel somewhere. But this is me. I've been doing this for 40 years or more, and it's fun. Well, guys, I run out of steam. I got to get up in the morning and do research. I am so far behind on the people on Let's Go Help. I got a lot of questions I got to ask because I do research most of the day just answering those questions. I wish you were my grandpa. I'm old enough to be that, I'm sure. It's nice of you to say. I'll tell you. Well, I think that's it. I mean, I went to the doctor. I had to get eyeglasses because I'm changing my residence from Maryland to district, and because I'm over 70, they wanted me to have an eye exam. I went to the eye doctor yesterday, and she asked me, "God, what's your secret? You're 76 years old." And I thought about it, and I think it's two things: I run or exercise an hour or two every day, and either my foot hurts now, so I do bicycle. I bicycle about 20 miles a day. I used to run 5-6 miles every day till about a year ago, and I'll probably do it again soon. And then the other thing I think is important, to have something in life that you think is important to do. I mean, like doing this, helping you. I mean, you guys give me so much pleasure in saying that you need what I know. Man, don't we all want that? To be wanted by someone else in life, to be able to have something to give to somebody else that they need or want. I mean, in a personal relationship or a professional relationship, I don't think there's any difference. We want to be wanted, we want to give. And I think the name of the game is, how much can you give before you die? What else are we here for? How much can we collect in money and crap? Some people think that's it. I don't think so. I mean, at a certain level, you need to support yourself. That's very important. That you have to do that first, because you can't help anybody else until you help yourself first, and that you're steady. Okay. But having something that's bigger than you to work at. See, like I can make a fool out of myself or anything, because trying to get you to use something I think is important to know is more important than what you think of me. So I can sit here and pick on nose or do anything. That doesn't matter, because it's the important thing is that you have a problem that I may be able to help. There's no guarantee it is at all, but this is the best I've known. I've seen rich people use the hell out of this stuff, and it frustrates me that other people who even need it more don't know how to use it. I don't know the best way to explain it, don't know the best way to teach it, but I'm trying, and I feel I have 20 more years to keep trying. The Let's Go Help now is the best thing I've had, I think, in 30 years. As a way to help people, because it's a way for you to just go, hey, let's go, I just need this. And I say, okay, here is the best website for you to possibly get help for that thing. Now, it may or may not work, but you take that and grow from it, okay? And then it goes somewhere else. Some people that are old or dead, no offense, and you're rocking YouTube like a 2020 grandpa. Well, I don't. Grandpa always sounds like a derivative. I don't know. I guess that's sweet. Whatever is meaningful to you. I don't know what, words are very complicated, even though we both speak English. But I hear respect through that. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. But it is so important to give. And that's why I think the heart suit I'm wearing, that any project you have, whether it's real estate or whatever, a lot of these real estate problems, they give the best to give somebody else. See, that's what you need, I think, to keep going, is something that you feel is bigger than you. A gig, I'm so sorry, because I would keep commenting. And that if you don't have heart in it, then you'll give up on the first little bump in the road. And you have to be prepared for failure. You might as well plan for failure, because that's going to happen 9 out of 10 times. And if you don't have the heart or the desire to keep going, it's sort of like a relationship. I mean, that other person that you're close with or want to be close with is going to piss you off, And if you don't have something bigger to keep you together, then, she or he squeezes the toothpaste in the middle and it pisses you off, then you're out of there. You got to have something bigger to work on. So you get up and try harder in the morning. Okay. Well, thanks, guys. And Mackenzie, thank you. And here's, if you need to send me a note, let's go free. Or if you're not a member and you're trying to reach me, it's letsgofreeradio@gmail.com. If you don't hear from me in a day or two, then beat on me. Just say, it's good to yell at me, because I forget a lot of shit. I do so much stuff. And I forget a lot of stuff. And the same way, even the paying customer, but I try to take paying customers first. So if you join Let's Go Help, which is www.free.letsgo.com/Let's Go Help. Okay. And $20, I'll help you till you die. Well, just for the month. That'll be $20 next month. Or maybe till I die. Who's ever first? Okay. Let's see who dies first. You or me? You just joined. Thank you, Pat. Okay. And then we got to check it out and come back. And okay, don't forget, go to the Facebook group and request access. Then we check your subscription and say okay, and then you ask away. And there's a lot of training there and all the stuff that's happening. I mean, a lot happened the last couple of days ago. I'm working my butt off. I love it. That's the thing, is how much can you give before you die? See you guys. Pow. Pow? I meant ciao. Thank you. And thanks for everybody who's been so patient with me on Let's Go Help. And remember, if I don't answer you, just beat on me. Keep yelling at me. Just yell at me. I can take it. Okay. If you don't yell at me, who's going to yell at me? I work for myself, so you got to yell at me.